Alright, today I want to make a quick video on a budget way to encapsulate a patina or just add a little bit of shine to a vehicle that doesn't have any clear coat. In my case, this van doesn't have any clear coat. A little bit more backstory is I recently just bought it from a car lot in the middle of the desert. And the original owner wanted to repaint the van, so he painted the rear portion of it kind of a white primer, which made it look pink after some years of fading, and the front portion was painted black. So when I purchased the vehicle, I already had the intent to sand it down to the original orange foundation, kind of restore it because the interior is still orange as well, so it would match, so ideal. Now it is a budget build. I am in it pretty fairly cheap, so we're gonna keep it going. You know, I know a lot of people would either use another clear coat on top, or some people use Poppy's Patina, which I've heard mixed reviews about it. Heard it's also kind of expensive. I've been using this stuff. It's like 18 bucks a bottle. It's like the fourth vehicle I've been using it on. It's going to be this Zep's high traffic floor polish. Now I've used this on other vehicles in the past and it's always worked out great. You know, recently 1964 Nova, 68 Chevelle, even more recently my 1988 Ford Econoline I just sold recently. It was a club wagon version of this one. Loved how it turned out. It applies super easy, super light as well. You know, if you want more shine, all you have to do is wait for it to dry and add more layers to it later on. You could wash off if you want to start over, and I have no issues with the sun, heat, leave it out for weeks, no problem. Now we're gonna get started soon. You know, the only thing that's required if you're starting off is if you have any clear coat left, maybe you scuff it down with some Scotch-Brite sandpaper, or if it's flaking off, maybe just scrub it down with some disc sponge, which I'm probably going to do in this video right now. You know, I recently been sanding it, haven't sponged it down yet, so we're going to do that right now and get started, and we'll see the results midway and full way. You know, I want to get some cross-reference pictures between it now wet and fully polished. So let's get started here and see how it turns out. I got the water going here, but I want to show the material we're going to be using. So this is the ordinary sponge I was talking about. It's a two-sided one. We're going to be using the rough side to go around the whole van. It has some sanding residue on it, but more importantly, it's been sitting for about a week, so it's been getting some stubborn tree sap, bird crap, whatnot. We're going to scrub it all down right now, and then when it's ready, after we got some pictures of the midway, we're going to start applying this floor polish. Now I usually use a microfiber towel, but couldn't really find one of those today, so we're going to use this cloth towel. Shouldn't really change anything, should apply the exact same, but something noted. So let's finish washing it up here. We're going to rinse it down, kind of see what it looks like wet, but still need to wash it down. I do expect the final result to look similar to this, except with a lot less shine. When I finish the other vehicles, it kind of finishes more matte. See how glossy this looks? It does look pretty good though. I love the orange. Great decision. Let's go to the right side. All right, we're gonna finish up washing this back portion and then we'll start applying some of the wax. All right, we got it all washed up, somewhat dry now. I applied some of the wax into a dipping tray and I was able to find a microfiber cloth. So we're gonna get started here, back portion. Somewhat a warm day today, so we're gonna do a zigzag motion and somewhat fast to prevent any drippage or any running. So we're gonna start in the top left and just swipe. So that's one layer. All right, started on this top side. I'm gonna hit it with another layer here. All right, we'll continue. Pretty generous with it as well. There is some smudging, but I'll go over it one more time. Super even. And I'll get these cracks right here. Details. All right, just got this rear portion done. Moving on to the middle section. It is easier to do without the phone, so just starting it for you guys, but I am finishing it on my own. I believe like 3 passes is the golden spot, but I might wait until it's completely dry and then do one more pass just for an even coat on everything. But just on the rear portion, looks pretty good. All right, just finished the middle section, just did like 3 coats. Also in the process, dropped a ton on the front fender. Did this one as well, just 2 coats. So, just a door, and this side is complete. We'll do the hood, rear portion, move on to the left. All right, this door is gonna be a little awkward, but all right, just finished up the right side. Let's do this side real quick. There we go. I am unsatisfied with that this rear portion. I'm gonna have to hit it one more time. But everything now is coming out pretty clean. We'll do a little comparison to the back. All right, definitely over soaked it. This one's gonna be super fast. Continue with the door. All right, for this rear portion, I feel like I'm going to do it all in one shot. I cut it in half on the other side because it's a sliding door, but I'm gonna go straight across for this one. All right, just got some more, but I'm thinking it's too big of a surface. I'm about to put the phone down. First layer looks pretty good, but I don't want it to start dripping or running. So I'm gonna put the phone down real quick, hit it, just the top portion. I'll probably split it in two, just top and bottom portion. So let me hit this real quick. All right, got carried away a little bit. 3/4 done with this left panel. All right, last piece. I'm gonna do the back doors. Alright, just about done here. Few last coats. Do a whole walk around. Now, if you're gonna do this, you might want to wear some gloves. I have a pretty thick coat around my hands right now. I think it came out really good. Now, it is sunset right now, so I'll probably do another video tomorrow morning. Do another walk around. But I like how it came out. I just ran out of the wax, but this is like the third vehicle, not sure. Let him do that rocker.